Good morning, students. Once again, here look here. In last period, we have studied about we have started this lesson called as the Swiss and the Robinson. Last time we studied up to that the father and the fish they went in the woods for searching about the taxi fruit, which can be used for lighting, just like a candles, etc. Okay. Then look here. What happened? Fritz discovered a tree exuding a rubbery sap, from which his father claimed that they could make boots. Look here. Fritz that time when the father and the Fritz went in the woods, jungles for searching the maxi fruits. That time they had seen that what type of rubbery sap, from which his father claimed that they could make boots. Thinking ahead of the next winter, father decided to create a place safe from the elements. Thinking ahead of the next winter. Thinking about ahead of the next winter, father decided to create a place safe from the elements. Safe from the elements, a strong storage spot to protect themselves and their belongings. Thinking ahead of the next winter. Thinking ahead. It means they started to think about the next winter. Understand? They were thinking about the next winter. Father decided to create a place safe from the elements, a strong storage spot to protect themselves and their belongings. The father decided to build such a thing as such a storage that it would be what you call safer place. Okay, a safer place to save from the elements. Understand? And to him also and his belongings also. Okay, please came up with the idea of a cave. Not finding one, okay, they thought of carving out their own cave in the rock, awaiting their camping site. Yes, okay. The priest had got an idea. Better to prepare one cave, and they started to carving a cave just nearby their camping site means just they were living nearby that only they decided to start to carve out one cave. Okay, on the smooth face of the rock, father marked the dimensions for an opening, and they picked away at the hard surface with their axes, chisels, hammers, and shovels. Look here, they collected all those materials. Okay, just like axes, chisels, hammers, and shovels, etc. And they started to digging or to carving the cave. Where his father called as the William, has marked the dimension. Over the next several days, the family cut windows in the rocks to allow for cross currents of air and for sunlight to enter the cave. After some days, when they started the carving the cave. After that, what happened? They again carved the windows. Okay, from which the air can be moved. Okay, and the sunlight also can move for the sunlight, etc. Okay, sunrise, etc. When they had finished, they had 4 rooms complete with a fireplace. Yes, they had finished. After that, they prepared 4 rooms in that cave. They now had a new winter home. They have a now new winter home. First was the house which was when they landed on that island. That time they had built one tent. After that, the second time they built house on the larger tree. Understand? And third time they built their house in the cave. Okay, as a safe in the winter season. Then, because of the low light, the cave house they had built felt oppressive. Okay, because of the low light, the cave house that had built felt oppressive. To remedy this, father and Jack rigged up a new light. They found a bamboo pole that would reach from the floor to the ceiling. Then, after securing it, Jack climbed to the top of the pole and hung a large oil lamp that they had rescued from the sea. Yes, look at what happened then. The priest and the William, they put one pole and they hanged one lamp. Okay, then which was already got them from the ship. One day they found that one of the family's huts had been completely destroyed and the cultivated fields around it had been trampled and ruined. One day, what happens? One day, what happened? They found that one of the families huts, okay, huts, and what you call cultivated land totally ruined and trampled and ruined. Okay, trampled and ruined. It means ruined means destroyed. R-U-I-N-D. R-U-I-N-A-D. Ruined means destroyed. How it was destroyed? Yes, look here. Destroyed. Then there were huge footmarks everywhere. There were huge footmarks everywhere. Father saw massive damage to trees as well as many huge footprints. Father saw massive damage to trees as well as many huge footprints, which he identified as belonging to an elephant herd. Okay. Then father, the William, got it that the herds and the cultivated lands were ruined, destroyed because of the footprints of the elephants. The next morning, the family began to design a new defense to discourage all wild animals from entering their cultivated lands. The next morning, what happened? The family began to design a new defense to discourage all wild animals. They decided to build a new defense. Understand? It means a new fence, etc. Okay, just like they started to defend themselves from such a wild animals. That's why what happened? They had one idea. Okay. They also finalized their ideas about the new residence. They decided to for the new residence. Okay, rather than building a house on what you call stilts, which the elephants could knock down easily, they would use 4 strong trees growing in a square near one another as the foundation. Look here, they again decided to change their house. That's why they started searching such trees. Thus, the 4 trees they started to find out such 4 trees which can be grown in a square. Okay, it means look here, they would use 4 strong trees growing in a square near one another as the foundation. Then, as those trees can be used as a foundation. Okay, the trees were of equal size, approximately 12 feet apart. Yes, 12 feet apart. Thus, they built another shelter, and they decided they searched for such a trees which were grown after usual gap. Okay, and 4 trees in square, and they built their house on such a 4 trees, and like that they built another one safe home. I think you understood up to this up to this part. Understand you in well manner. I think you got it the previous knowledge about this lesson also. Better you take down the some questions as a homework. What was the third place the family? What was the third place the family decided to reside in? Second, why did they wish to sit there? Why did they wish to sit there? What made the family change? What made the family change over to their fourth dishes? Thanks, students. Have a nice day.